Tell you something else they're angry about. They also thought Charlene was on my radio show today. We talked about it on national radio all afternoon. They thought that they could just isolate y'all if they couldn't divide y'all and that y'all wouldn't have no help. So when we showed up, Lee and I, they realized that y'all ain't by yourself. So since they want to know why I'm in town, if they don't go back to the table, we going back and we gonna bring a whole lot more folk to town. It's a whole lot easier for me to get from New York to New Haven and to Wisconsin. We got a whole lot of people that'll come and back up these unions and make you understand that it's all for one and one for all. If we cannot, in the shadows of Yale University, with all this so-called culture and educated environment, if workers can't get a fair shot here, where are we gonna get it from?
No way.
This is a city that produces national leaders. If they can turn back the clock here, then they will easily turn it back anywhere. We need a national showdown on these layoffs, and we need it right here in New Haven, where we build national leaders. They thought they could announce a layoff and we'd be a rollover, but we ain't rolling over. Because why were their unions formed in the first place? Unions was formed because they wanted to protect workers. And don't act like unions have no purpose. The reason you had 40-hour work weeks and fair wages and safety is because of unions. And you can sit up in them offices all you want, acting like you got those privileges because you smart. You got those privileges because some working class people hit the picket line and went to jail to make a way for you, and we're not turning around now. When I was 13 years old, I became youth director of Operation Breadbasket. Operation Breadbasket was founded by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who died the year that I was 13 and became youth director. Martin Luther King was killed in Memphis.
That's where it was.
Helping to fight for the AFSCME local in Memphis, Tennessee, that had been told they could not organize. Martin Luther King died fighting for the rights of union workers. There is no civil rights activist worth their salt that will not stand with labor, because you can't hold up Dr. King's picture and not uphold what Dr. King stood for. Dr. King stood for working class people. How do you have Martin Luther King memorials? How do you celebrate the dreamer and then kill the dream? told the ministers at the breakfast this morning, don't hang King's picture on the wall if you're not going to stand up for what Dr. King stood up for. He was in Memphis with asthma. He was attacked for that. And we can't come in his name and not be willing to do the same.
Get it real, get it real. Get it real. Get on!
They may feel that they can take you for granted, but they always did. They always felt that working class people were expendable first. People making $20,000, $30,000 a year, trying to make ends meet, trying to take care of their children, trying to run home and put dinner on the table. They're the ones you want to cancel out first. And those that made money buying private jets and building their second and third homes that gutted the economy, you don't want to give them a tax. You want to tax those that can't afford it. You want to take meat off the table of those that work all day and by the sweat of their brow. We're not going to sit down. We're not going to back up. We're going to stand up together. We're going to make America work for everybody. Was not built for the rich. It was for the people. And we must stand together. So I come to stand with you. I'll be here as often as we need. We are not going to allow a no-talk policy in New Haven. We're going to come to the table. And if we can't get you to the table, Mr. Mayor, we're going to stay in the streets until you come to the table.